Yo, what is up, guys? So today we'll be starting a new series called the Level Analysis Series. So basically, this series will be me going through a bunch of jump stress levels, most likely only demons, because I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to analyze anything lower than that. And I'm just gonna be analyzing them part by part. With mega collabs, I can just go by each collab member's part, but with non-mega collabs, it's gonna get a little trickier. But I should still be able to manage. I'm doing this because I'm an overall very critical person, so I thought that me analyzing levels would be an interesting and fun way to produce content. For today's level analysis, I will be analyzing Supersonic by ZenthicAlpha. I wanted to do this first for reasons that you will be very familiar with by the end of this video. And it's a mega collab, so hey, it's an easy start. So, the parts I will be analyzing in this video will be Glittershroom's part from 0% to 6%, Jader's part from 6% to 18%, Sumsar's part from 18% to 23%, Ex.Acu 7's part from 23% to 35%, Daddepro part from 35% to 51%, Tootti's part from 51% to 64%, Gboy's Alright, let's try that one more time. Gboy's Okay, I think I'm gonna have to skip that one. Alright, we have ZenthicAlpha's part from 73% to 78%. And then finally, Evasium's part, I think, from 80% to 100%. So you may be asking, how is this analyzing process exactly going to work? Well, how the analyzing is going to work is I will be going through each part in the level and rating how fun the part is, the part's rating overall, and how difficult the part is, and explaining my reasoning. And at the end of the video, I will give my overall thoughts on the level I will give a level rating, a difficulty rating, and a fun rating of the level in general at the end. My difficulty ratings will be measured as so: 1 out of 10 easy demon, 2 out of 10 medium demon, 3 out of 10 hard demon, 4 out of 10 insane demon, 5 out of 10 high-end insane demon, 6 out of 10 for low-end extremes, 7 out of 10 for low-end extremes as well. Then we have 8 out of 10 and 9 out of 10 for medium and extremes. And then we have 10 out of 10 for high-end extremes. And then finally, we have top 10 difficulty as its own kind of section, because I feel like levels in the top 10, their hardest parts are, or parts that you would see in a top 10, that's kind of its own difficulty. But, alright, it's time to start. Alright, so first up is Glittershroom's part and Jader's part. I decided to combine both of these because I was retarded when I initially wrote this analysis, so these were combined for some odd reason. Sadly, these are the most fun parts of the level. However, the more you play the level, the less fun these parts are because of how frustrating and stressful the rest of the level is. I will give this part a fun rating of 7 out of 10. This part has an excellent use of UFO patterns, and the ship and wave are also decently fun, so I'll give this part a part rating of 9 out of 10. So the ship transitions are easy, the wave is pretty easy, and the UFO is practically a guaranteed pass once you learn it, so I'll give this part a difficulty rating of a 2 out of 10. Next up is Sumsar's part. This is probably the last fun and non-stressful part of the level. The timings make this part decently enjoyable. I give this part a fun rating of a 9 out of 10. I also give this part a part rating of 9 out of 10 for the same reasons. The timings are really fucking easy, so you never die here unless you just started this level, so for the difficulty rating, I will give this part a 1.5 out of 10. Alright, so this is where the shit show begins. Next is Ex.Acu 7's part. This level isn't too bad yet, though, but the ridiculous spike in difficulty and the awkward, uncomfortable timings and extremely, and I mean extremely uncomfortable wave, it's just not fun. I give this part a fun rating of 3 out of 10. This difficulty jump is retarded, and the awkward ass gameplay that's just annoying as shit to do earns this part a part rating of 2 out of 10. The part has difficult, awkward timings and a hard wave gameplay, so I'll give this part a difficulty rating of 4 out of 10. Oh boy. Next is Daddepro's part. I personally had a horrible experience with this part because the majority of my time on this level was spent on a 60Hz monitor. And on 60Hz, this part is so much harder than the previous parts, it's stupid. Oh, and in case that wasn't bad enough, there's a gay-ass triple spike at the beginning that never stops killing you, and I mean never stops killing you, no matter how much you play this level. I give this part a fun rating of 2 out of 10. The triple spike at the beginning makes you want to put a fist through your monitor when you die to it. The ship parts are extremely hard on the refresh rates. I would give this part a 0 out of 10 for the part rating, but the wave is kind of fun, so it saves it from that. Instead, I'll give it a 1 out of 10. Now, the difficulty rating I will give from a 60Hz perspective, since that's where most of my experience comes from. On 120Hz above, consider this a 3 out of 10, but on 60Hz, this gets a 6 out of 10 due to tight straight fly. The wave isn't that tight, but still pretty difficult. So up next we have Tootti's part, and I'll give this part some credit. It's extremely fun to practice, and the cube duel is actually kind of decent, but the ball duel is what drags us down to a 2 out of 10. It's ridiculously buggy, and it's at a pretty high percentage in the level. I'll give the fun rating for this part a 2 out of 10. However, I'm giving the part rating for this part a 0 out of 10 because it's just how buggy it is. The difficulty rating for this part is going to be a 4 out of 10 because honestly, this part isn't all that hard once you learn it. It's just gay. That's all it is. It's just gay. Alright, what's next? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? Can I do something else? No, I have to do this. Alright. Next we have Gboy's part. This part is infamous for how shit it is. This part almost made me fucking shatter my monitor screen. It sucks ass and it's so far in the level. I'll give this part a fun rating of 0 out of 10. If this level is in your skill range, it's a little coin flip with whether or not you get past it. This earns the spot for the hardest part on the level with the difficulty of 6 out of 10 because of the gas impossible ship transition. Oh, and by the way, the part rating is also a 0 out of 10 if you couldn't tell already. Now we get to ZenthicAlpha's part. This part has a surprisingly fun wave, but it's ruined by its ending. I'll give this part a fun rating of 6 out of 10. The part rating is a 5 out of 10 because it is fun, it's just the transition into the ball is retarded. This part is just some normal hard demon wave gameplay, so for that I'll just give it a 3 out of 10 for the difficulty rating. Now for the penultimate part in the level. Finally! Oh, a fun part. It's hard to learn like all the ViPriN parts in Sonic levels, like all the Sonic levels have ViPriN ball parts and all of them are pretty hard to learn. But once you do learn them, and this one as well, it's extremely satisfying. I'll give this the fun rating. I'll give the fun rating a 9 out of 10. I would give this part a rating of a 10 out of 10, but if you couldn't tell by the previous parts, I absolutely despise this level. So I'm not giving any of this. I'm not giving. Yeah, that's how I feel about this level. For the difficulty rating, I'll go ahead and give this a 2 out of 10 because it's rather annoying to learn. Okay, now finally the last part before I'm done with the shitty ass level. This part blows actual dick, by the way. So the fun rating's a 0 out of 10. The timings are uncomfortable and dumb, and there's a dumbass hard ship part with hard ship changes for literally no reason at the end of an already stressful level. This is the literal second hardest part in the level, and I'm giving it a difficulty rating of 6 out of 10 due to how hard the ship transitions are. Alright, so time for my overall rating and thoughts for this level. I'm giving this a level of fun rating of a 2 out of 10. If this level is in your skill range, I strongly recommend waiting until you're beating high-end Insanes to low-end Extremes to beat it. I know a lot of people recommend this to get for your first Insane Demon, but I am warning you, alright? I am warning you. If you are playing on a 60Hz monitor and your ship skill is lacking, which is do not do this level. Do not do this level. Do not do this level. It will demotivate you. I stopped playing the game for 8 months because of this level. This is so you know my least favorite level and demon in the game, so I'm giving it a level rating of 0 out of 10. The difficulty rating is going to be a 4 out of 10 because although there are some pretty difficult parts, it's an overall borderline insane demon. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will be making some more of these in the near future of levels I've either beaten or have high levels of experience in. I will make sure to do all the Sonic levels, so stay tuned for that, because, spoiler alert, I don't hate all of them as much as this one. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and of course, you better catch that diamond.